Back to this course. So in our previous video we have successfully set up the Postman, and now in this video let's connect to our database. Okay, and remember that we are using MongoDB in this project, so I hope that you have installed the MongoDB community server. Okay, and also MongoDB Compass, which is the GUI of our MongoDB database. So now in this video let's connect to the database. So for that I go to my backend. In the config I will create a new file here with the name dbconnect.js. Okay, so in that I will write my code to connect to my database. So first of all I have to import here Mongoose that we have installed in our previous videos, which is the MongoDB plugin, and that we will use in Node to manage our database. So here I will simply export const a function that is called connect database, and that is going to be function. Okay, now in this function first of all we have to use here mongoose dot connect. Now mongoose dot connect is a function that will help us to connect to our application, and here we have to pass the uh, connection string. Okay, remember that we don't have to type the connection string right here, we will put that in our env file. So I go to the config.env file and set here two variables. One is going to be db local underscore uri, okay, and then db uri. Okay, so now we will use this local URI in the development, and DB URI we will use that in the production when we will connect to our online database or the MongoDB Atlas. Right now we don't have any DB URI here, we will just use this one. So I will type here the connection string that is going to be MongoDB, first of all MongoDB, and then localhost, that is going to be localhost, or you can also type in here the IP address of localhost, that is 127.0.0.1. okay, in this way you can also type that, or you can type here localhost if you want, then put in here colon, and then the port, that is 27017. This is the port number on which MongoDB listens by default. Okay, so MongoDB colon slash slash, then localhost colon the port, that is 27017 by default, then slash. Now here we have to type here database name. So my database name is going to be shopit. I call it shopit dash v2 because this is version 2. So I will create database with this name. Simply save it, and I will handle this db URI in my deployment section basically. Okay, so we have to use this variable. Or what we can do here is we can simply check that. For example, I type here let db underscore URI is going to be an empty string. Remember that we have two different environment variables for node env. One is the development, one is the production. So I will simply type here that if process.env.node underscore env is equal to development, then simply assign to db URI process.env dot this variable, that is db local URI. Okay, and if that is going to be production, then assign this URI. Okay, and now we can pass this db URI right in here like this. Okay, so now it will make more sense. We will simply create an empty variable. We will check that if node env is development, this means that we are in development, then we will use this db local URI. And also we will check that if node env is production, then simply use this production db URI. And we have passed that db URI in our connect function. Now it will connect that to our application. Now it returns a promise, so I will use here dot then like this. Now in that we have our connection instance. So for the connection I will simply log here console.log. I will log here a line that is called MongoDB database connected with host. Then I type in here the host name. Okay, so that is going to be connection dot connection. So this connection instance dot connection. Okay, then I will use here dot host. Okay, if I save it from here, and now this is our db connect function or connect database function that will connect to our database. To use that, I simply close it from here. I go to my app.js file, and we have to type after this config file, after setting up the config variables, because we have to use that also in here. So after that I will simply call my database connect. So I simply type here connecting to database. So type here connect database that I will import from config slash uh, db.js and move it to the top, save it like this. Okay, and now you can see that here we get here MongoDB database connected with host that is 127.0.01. This means that it is connected to the local host. Okay, so now in this way we can successfully connect to our database. I hope that you understand. If you have any question, you can post in the Q&A. I will try my best to respond there. So that's it for this video, and that's it for this section. Also in my next section I will create my product model and start working on our product resource, in which we will fetch all the products, create new product, update, delete, and get single product. If you have any question, you can post in the Q&A. I will try my best to respond there. So I will see you in the next section.